So this video assumes that you already have your Onyx paired with your iPhone or your Android device, and that you already have an account with Onyx or Orion. Within If This Then That, and this is where everything starts, you can actually search for Onyx or Orion, and you will find the Orion service. Now what you're going to do is connect that service to your account that you've already used to sign up when you were setting up your Onyx device. So you'll need to authorize, and then from there you can see all of these applets that are already here. You can see integration with Wemo, you can see integration with Gmail, Samsung SmartThings, and down at the bottom, just on the base page, we actually have access to Alexa as well. You can see the triggers, so you can choose which group, who says what, and what word or phrase, and then you can also choose the action. So again, which group hears it, who specifically in that group hears it, and what does your Onyx say. So basically, you're going to either be able to trigger through certain words, and you're also going to be able to cause certain messages to come out of your Onyx. Now that you've connected If This Then That, let's go ahead and create a new applet to help you manage your life a bit here. I'm going to use Google Calendar, but I'm going to choose one of my Google Calendars, and whenever an event starts, 15 minutes before that event, I'm going to create a trigger, and I'm going to use Orion as the action here. Now I'm going to send a voice message. That's all you can do in terms of actions out of Orion. And you can pick the group and you can pick who hears it. So I can choose just myself, and then I can choose to add the different ingredients. So I could add title, description, where it is, starts, and I could craft my message however I'd like. So this allows you to hear notifications whenever a calendar event is coming up. Now there's a large number of services. I'm going to choose the Environmental Protection Agency right now, and I'm going to trigger on the latest news. I could filter by keyword if I wanted to filter by a storm or a fire or an earthquake or whatever. But we can use this service to actually trigger notifications onto our Onyx device. So again, I can choose Orion. I'll choose to send a voice message. I can choose which group and who hears it, and I can add the different ingredients. So here I would change it to essentially be the environmental agency alert, and then I'd put the title, and then I'd say applies to region, and then add that ingredient. So each time there's something put out by the environmental agency, I'm going to get this notification. And again, you could filter this parameter. Now, I think as more and more of our homes get connected with different appliances, we're going to want more notifications from our devices to other devices. So I'm going to use a door left open from my Samsung fridge, and I could use that to actually trigger a notification on Onyx, or of course on any other service I wanted. Social media is a massive component of lots of people's lives. And one thing that I think bugs a lot of people is when you're tagged in a photo and you don't know about that. So you can actually fire a trigger whenever you're tagged on a photo, and you can have that output to your Orion device. So you'd be able to hear about it immediately. And with every notification from If This Then That, you get a link on your phone. So again, I could add all kinds of different ingredients, who did it, the caption, etc., etc. Now, something I like from eBay, you can actually set up a trigger based on a search parameter. So you can enter in your search terms, and you can also set a maximum price. So this is allowing you to essentially scour eBay and get a trigger every time someone finds a Google Home for under $100. Now what you can do is you can send that message to your Onyx device, and you can get all the information. So you are instantly going to find out when a new item comes up for the Google Home, and you could set up multiple of these triggers for multiple products, and then you could go instantly and buy it if it was a good price. Let me show you what that looks like.
Google Home available on eBay, named Google Home white/slate, pre-owned at price $65.
Now, I've used this in terms of a business automation applet, but you could also use this at your home. If you did get a trigger from a device like from your smart things, either a motion sensor or your door opens or a switch turns on or off, you could actually fire a trigger and notify yourself through your Onyx device. So this could be an alarm system essentially, or you could just use it to notify yourself that something is open or something is in a state. This will work with all kinds of sensors and all kinds of systems. I happen to be using Samsung Smart Things right now. But again, you can trigger who hears it, and you can also customize what to say. Now, finally, I think one of the biggest things for anybody is email, and Gmail is a great service. Again, I've used this in previous videos with the Onyx, but you could trigger on any new email. You could trigger on an email based on search. And if you wanted, you could set any search parameter. It could be from a specific person. And then you could actually trigger Orion and your Onyx device to therefore read it out to you. So you can add the entire body in here if you'd like. You could say new email from a specific person, and then here's the subject, and now here's the body, and you could read out that entire email if you'd like. So I think that's a ton of personal automation. You can truly automate your life with these devices. It's different than having, say, a Google Home or an Amazon Echo, because you can actually get these devices to read something out to you, whereas those other home automation hubs will not do that at this time. So this actually sets the Onyx apart from most other home automation devices and gives you a lot of flexibility.